Okay, so someone asked if peroxisomes are going to be covered in AP Biology, and the answer is yes. So whether you're taking AP Bio or even the MCAT, here are some basic things that you can know about peroxisomes. And I'm not going to go into over amount of detail about the types of reactions and how they're carried out. That'll leave for a biochemistry class. But just generally, what are peroxisomes? And basically, they are oval-shaped organelles that are enclosed by a single lipid bilayer membrane. The membrane separates the contents of the cell from its environment. So normally, peroxisomes will contain enzymes. And there are 4 basic functions of the peroxisome, and this is the most important one, which is detoxification. So various processes in the body, there's a lot of chemical reactions that occur in the body. They can make hydrogen peroxide as a byproduct. And that's not good to have floating around in your cells. So to detoxify it, the peroxisome has an enzyme inside called catalase. And that enzyme helps to break down hydrogen peroxide by converting it into water and oxygen. And we can go ahead and write out the reaction for that here. So we have our H2O2. It's going to be converted into H2O and half an oxygen molecule. You can balance that out if you'd like to. The second function is lipid metabolism. So the peroxisomes are going to help to break down fatty acids. And I'm not going to go through the reaction here, but it's through a process that's called beta oxidation. Peroxisomes also function in biosynthesis. So they help to synthesize plasmalogens, which are very important inside the structure of the cell's lipid bilayer. So they synthesize the important lipids that are found in our cell's membranes. And I also want to note here that for peroxisomes that are in liver cells, they help in the synthesis of bile acids, which aids in fat digestion. So if you want to talk about diseases like fatty liver, you can often find dysfunctions in the peroxisomes if you have fatty liver disease. Peroxisomes are also involved in metabolism of D-amino acids and ethanol. Both are formed, and you can find D-amino acids in foods like aged cheese or fermented foods, and ethanol in, well, your alcohol. So you might ask yourself, why do I have to memorize all of this? And the answer is you don't. You don't have to memorize all of this. But keep in mind the main and important functions. And the reason why knowing this information is important is because later on down the line, if you want to go into study, say, for example, the field of medicine and disease, you want to be curious about what are the factors that contribute to certain diseases. So if something goes wrong in your body, you want to look at pathways and see what parts of the pathways are affected. Can we develop medicines to treat those specific pathways? Or find out which parts of the reactions and different parts of our cell are contributing to these things. So it may right now just feel like a long list of information that you have to remember and memorize, but that's really not the case. You just have to keep an open mind as to why it might be important. Think of it as you're adding to your arsenal, your little toolkit in order to fight things. The more tools you have, the better armed you'll be prepared to tackle problems, including test problems. Best of luck, and if you have any questions or comments or things that you'd like me to cover, please leave me a comment, and I'll be more than happy to help. You can also support me on Ko-fi, link in the bio. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.